and gentlemen, we are live. It has been over just about a week since I last saw you guys. Well, unless you tuned in on Sunday for our NFL Whip Around show. But the Patriots are back. It is officially game week. It's been a long time since we've seen them on the field. About 9 days, and I'm going a little bit crazy, rewatching highlights, doing this and that and everything, but we can finally say that the Patriots once again play football in just a couple days, and it's the biggest game. I'm calling it the biggest game of the last 6 years. Patriots against the Buffalo Bills for the AFC East Division Title. It's a big one. It's at home, a t-shirt and hat game. Mike Vrabel isn't calling it a t-shirt and hat game, but the chance to win an AFC East title and already lock up your AFC playoff chances early, and hopefully it'll be often. And I'm excited for it. I hope you guys are excited for it. And as we start every single show, shout out your city for me. I want to know where you're watching from. Oh, Harrison, you named your fish after me. Brett Alper. There we go. Lamone, I appreciate you. What's going on, Michelle? Nicholas, Mike Nintendo Master, saw your rankings. All good. We'll move back up there. Of course. Boss out in Cali. You're Wake Forest. Okay. All right. Big Daddy Joe in the great 302. What's going on, Double S? Jody Beck, I see ya. Dinwiddie County, Virginia. Harrison Salvi in Natick. Kick rocks in Miami. Lamone, don't stress yourself, but who else can Josh Allen throw the ball to besides Dalton Schultz? Dalton Schultz. He is on the Houston Texans. Dalton Kincaid and Dawson Knox. What's going on, Mr. Snoopy? How we doing? Tisobi all the way out in Germany. Tisobi, I wanted to ask you, how do you feel about next week? Not week 15, because it's at 1 o'clock, but week 16, Sunday Night Football, because we got flexed into it. What do you feel about that? Big Daddy Joe, this is why I make a lot of money. Big Daddy Joe. It was a great weekend of football. I made a bunch of money, so I'm excited for it. Chris the Plant out in Manassas, Virginia. Jody Beck asking the question, when will Will Campbell come back? Hopefully week 18. That's when he's eligible. But we're going to talk about a little bit in today's show that he should be resting. When is Milton Williams coming back? He is eligible in week 17, the week before. Harrison's why isn't the game at 4 o'clock? Well, because the Denver Broncos are playing the Green Bay Packers. And I'm hoping that the Denver Broncos lose. I'm hoping they lose. Double S, chill. Got ton of Sunday Night Football. I wish, Mike Nintendo Master, I wish Bills and Patriots got a bunch. I wish it was on Sunday Night Football. But we'll be here. We're going to be live noon Eastern. But if you can't wait, if you're ready for it to be week 15 already, if you're ready for it to be game Sunday game day, spam your NEs down in the chat. And we got 61 people. In the chat. Go ahead, hit that thumbs up icon. GPS Bowl this weekend? What you mean, Mike Nintendo Man? GPS Bowl. A Pats win Sunday would relieve some stress. A little bit. It would relieve a little bit of stress. I'm still going for that number 1 seed. I want to get healthy. Alex Hall. Harrison, scary Broncos. They're going to get embarrassed. Look, I might put $200 on them. I'm just saying it right there. Double S, you'll appreciate that. I might put $200 on it. Grossy Perma Show Bowl. That'll be fun. Gavin spamming his NEs. I got a deal for you guys. So since the last time that we were live, we didn't have a raffle. It was for the signed jersey. Double S, I hope it shipped it out. We're waiting on it. Big Daddy Joe, same with your jersey. Your boy Trav, we shipped out the hat to you. Had to get it. But I saw something and I was like, this would be the perfect, and I mean perfect opportunity to get you guys in. And I have something for us, and it is a framed Drake May picture. And producer Cyril, he's producing his first Patriots show of the NFL season. You guys can welcome in.
How we doing, everyone?
There we go. I have not, Mike Nintendo Master. I have not.
Happy to be here.
There we go. If you could bring up that photo left of the picture. And this is what our raffle is going to be. It should be in there, all the way at the bottom. There we go. I'll get a better picture where it's cropped and everything for you guys on Sunday. But this is what our raffle is going to be. This right here. I figured, look, we are hyping up Drake May. We need to do something. Rather than a jersey giveaway, put this up on your wall. And it's got a little coin there. $5 super chat. That's going to be the raffle for this month, December. And I'll be honest, not that many people are going to get in this raffle. Oh, Michelle. Michelle, yeah. Fraud show yesterday. Yeah, exactly. Frauds. Oh, yeah, I forgot you produced Broncos yesterday, Cyril. I forgot about that.
I did. Yeah, I was with Moose yesterday.
I was literally producing Moose's show 20 minutes ago. So it is what it is.
It is what it is at this point.
I think the Broncos are going to get blown out. I'm going to be completely honest. I think, yeah, when don't they? When don't they, Michelle? When doesn't he call us out? It doesn't me.
I can only imagine what a Broncos Patriots AFC Championship game. The tension in this office would be palpable, to say the least. Is this game
going to be personal for Diggs? Xavier Game says #Patriots. We already played them once, and it was a good one. I think there's two of me here. Am I going crazy? I think there's two of me. But I think that Diggs already got his revenge. I think he already got his revenge. I think now it's just go out there, win the division. I think that is the biggest thing for them today. And we're going to be talking about it on today's show. You can see Bills preview right here. Patriots versus Bills. We got the preview for you. Haven't done a preview in a while because it's been so freaking long since we've seen them. And then also playoff scenarios, talking about the possible playoff scenarios. I can't forget what the second half of the video is. Oh, I was talking about the wide receiver. Yeah, Kyle Williams. We'll be talking about Kyle Williams. And then to cap it off, as always, a mailbag. You got to get your questions in, #Patriots. And double S, I don't really think that's an unpopular opinion. I'm pretty sure I said it on one of the shows. I think I said it on one of the shows. Have them literally lose a game, get humbled. I don't know if I want it to be this game, though. If it is what it is. I like to lock up the division, but to Big Daddy Joe, as long as we get the number 1 seed. Well, we're going to talk about that in today's show, the possibilities to get the number 1 seed. Fourth content, 67 views. We're all good. I think we're good. It's bad. Michelle, do we have any news or timeline on Mint Williams? We do not. But I know that he is in the building. I know he's in the building, and he doesn't have any sort of protection on it. Neither does Will Campbell with his knee, which we'll talk about. Mike Nintendo Master, how about a Texans-Jags? No. No, we need Patriots and only Patriots. You're a Bears fan. Worry about the NFC. Nicholas Howerton, shout out using #Patriots. Keep using your #Patriots to get your mailbag questions in. We got 3 segments for you, but we got to get those likes up. We got to get those likes up to get that thumbs up icon going. And we got some NFL news, a flex. Ooh. Saturday, December 27th. I think that's week 17. Texans-Chargers will be at 4:30 p.m. and Ravens-Packers will be on Peacock at 8 p.m. Saturday doubleheader. I did read the second part. I did read it. You're okay with the Texans-Patriots. As long as the Patriots are in there. Defense needs to pressure out in the whole effing game. The defense needs to contain Josh Allen the whole freaking game. Xavier Games, when is Chisholm going to play wide receiver? Use #Patriots, and I might answer that question, Xavier. Trigger. Which would be better going into the playoffs? Winning out or losing one game before going? Losing. Get humbled. It will fire up this entire team. It will get this team ready. I'll take a Texans-Patriots. I'll take a Texans-Patriots. Nikki, I see your question. Appreciate it, but you got to shrink it down. No space in between the hashtags. John Bronsek, I saw your AI video. It was pretty cool. AI still freaks me out, though. Still freaks me out. I just want a new matchup that we have not seen in 20 years. I want the best quarterback battle. I want the best quarterback battle. If that's Drake May against Josh Allen in a Bills-Patriots AFC title game, I'll do that. There we go, Xavier Games. Nicholas Wheatley, even with the Bucs-Bills game, Bills had to fight like hell for the Buccaneers to get that lead back 9 times. Yes, I totally agree. All right, we need 4 more likes. Once we get 4 to get 40, we'll start today's show. How does our offensive line holds up against the Bills, Big Daddy Joe? Well, I don't think Joey Bosa is playing. So I think we'd be okay. 3 more likes. I'm not AI. No, I'm not AI. You can go find pictures of me from when I was on TV back in the day. You could go on my Instagram and see all my old pictures when I was a kid. Not AI. All righty. Cyril, how'd you do yesterday? Did you show the intro, or did you kind of just count me in? What did you do with Broncos yesterday? I didn't see. Good question, Trigger.
I'm trying to remember how it worked.
Whatever's easier for you.
So basically, I would push out what I have in preview right now.
Yep.
And then roll the intro.
Perfect for me.
Cool.
Let's do that. What's going on, Charlicia? How we doing? Nikhil, thoughts on Rivers to Indy? Oh, Phillip Rivers. We have Drake May, so I don't want Tom Brady right now, but it'd be cool to see Tom Brady kind of play football again, but that's the first thing I thought. Would I trade Diggs or Booty for Jefferson? Good question. I see I understand your question, as Joe Shane of the New York Giants would like to say. But shout out to everybody. Keep asking your questions. Keep hitting that thumbs up icon. Let's get into it. Let's preview the biggest matchup of the Patriots in the last 6 years. Patriots against the Buffalo Bills. It's been a long time since we've seen the Patriots on an NFL football field. We had a long bye week, a late bye week, and I've been needing my fix for Patriots football. And lucky for us, when we come back and get on the field on Sunday, we got the biggest matchup that we've seen in a long time. Patriots against the Buffalo Bills. And you see Vegas, they're putting us as underdogs this week. -1.5 at home, which is unbelievable. Welcome into Patriots Today by Chat Sports. I am your host, Brett Alper. And as I like to call it, as everybody else likes to call it, this is a t-shirt and hat game. I'm calling it the biggest Patriots game of the decade. I'm not saying in the last 10 years. I'm saying since 2020. The 2020 through 2030 seasons that we've had. The biggest game. You win on Sunday, you win the division for the first time since 2019. And if you can do that, you show that we're here and the Bills' window has officially closed. But it's going to take a lot. They're already fired up. They're mad that they lost back in Week 5, and we got to hold it together and get this win. So if you want the Patriots to win the division and also 11 straight victories, go ahead, hit that thumbs up icon right now. Like the video, and don't jinx it. So this is going to be an absolute bloodbath. These two teams do not like each other. Now, Josh Allen and Drake May respect each other. Stephon Diggs respects the Buffalo Bills for what he has been there for the past couple years that he was. And then he left because, obviously, it got sour. But they have a bad taste in their mouth, the Buffalo Bills, because all the way back in Week 5, on Sunday Night Football, the NFL and the world was shown this is what the Patriots are. Upset the Buffalo Bills in Buffalo, 23-20. Drake May played an amazing game, 22 for 30, 273 yards. Didn't throw a touchdown, but Travion Henderson, 6 carries, 24 yards. Stephon Diggs had an amazing game, 10 catches, 146. But you see Josh Allen right there, kind of 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. They are going to have the momentum going into this game. They are going to be fired up. But the Patriots got to remember what they did back in Week 5, like I said. Showed the world who the Pats were. This isn't just a team that's rebuilding, which we still are. This is a plan. but they showed in a year 2 of Drake May's career that, hey, we're taking the step forward as the Patriots are back. We are back. And honestly, I've watched every single Bills game because I like watching Josh Allen play. But you have no idea what this team is. Every time I watch them, it's like they look really good. Every time I watch this team, they look really bad. And I also like to get a little kind of knowing what the Patriots are going to face. Because in the last 6 games, yeah, they've won. They beat the Bengals last week, barely. Joe Burrow, thanks for the pick 6, my guy. You could have made this game a lot easier for us. Then you beat the Steelers. It's the Steelers, for crying out loud. I know we lost back in week 3, but week 1 and week 3 are completely different from today. You got upset by the Texans. You blew out the Bucks, but it was a back and forth until the end of the game. And then you get blown out by the Dolphins, and you beat the Chiefs, and the Chiefs, they're done. It's over for them. Sometimes this team looks like Super Bowl champions. Sometimes you watch this football team and you think, okay, Josh Allen is one of the best quarterbacks in football. Their defense is stepping up. James Cook is actually a solid player. And then sometimes they look terrible. They can't move the ball down the field. They can't stop a nosebleed. It is flip-flop over and over and over. And why? Because I talk about the quarterback all the time. I said Drake May, most comparison, is Josh Allen. This is pretty much their whole entire team. He carries them non-stop. Non-stop. And with their defense, I think that the Patriots can take advantage of their defense because it's not that great. The yards per game is 307. Their passing yards is pretty good, but we saw Drake May throw for 275 yards. The rushing yards, 135. They're 28th in the NFL. The points per game is okay, and their third down is decent. This is going to be a back-and-forth battle, just like we saw back in Week 5, 23-20. I know the Patriots were up 10, but these two teams since then have gotten very, very similar, and it's going to be one of the best battles in the NFL, not just the AFC, one of the best battles that we've seen. You could see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like 10 stats for Patriots. But then you look at the Buffalo offense or Buffalo team stats, and it's just like they're battling it out. They're even on one side. They're better on the other side. They're worse on one side, worse on the other side. This is going to be an evenly matched game. But all the stakes are high, which the Patriots, if they win this, they win the division. Buffalo's still trying for it. They're 9-4, but the odds do not look good for them to win. The pressure's on. The Patriots are treating this like any other football game. They're treating it like last week's game or 2 weeks ago's game against the New York Giants. They're treating it like the game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They'll be treating it like next week against the Baltimore Ravens, because here's Mike Vrabel's comments on Sunday's game. He says, I don't use the words hat and t-shirt. We're just trying to play for the championship that we have available this week. And I think it's a great testament to our players that have put us in the position to be able to do that. That's the mentality that you want to have. You don't want to overlook any game, and you don't want to underestimate any game. You want to treat every single game like it's the same week. And that's why the Patriots are on a 10-game winning streak. That's why you have seen them not have a letdown past week in and week out. After you beat the Bills, everybody said this is going to be a letdown against the Saints. After you did that, you're going into Tennessee. They said, oh, this could be a trap game. New York Giants was a trap game. What happened? The Patriots have won week in and week out every single week, and that's why this winning streak is still going. So I don't think that they're going to I don't think they're going to feel the pressure of an AFC Championship matchup. But who you got? Let me know down in the comments section. Do you got the Patriots, or do you have the Buffalo Bills? I don't think we're going to get much Bills fans in here. We do have a Bills breakdown channel. We're in a sub battle with them, so go ahead and hit that sub button too. But mainly, I want to see you spam your NEs down in the comment section. Let's know all the Patriots that know they're going to win this football game. Coming up, we got the injury report, because the injury reports came out Wednesday, and we saw the Patriots. A lot of players are coming back. One player in particular was a full participant, and also the keys to victory. But before we do that, I got to tell you about our sponsor of today's show, and that is Prize Picks. It's the holiday season, the best time of the year for sports, bowl games, basketball matchups, playoff pushes. It's all happening at once, and while you and I are out here making decisions every day on what gifts to buy, what to eat, what game to watch, there is one place where it feels good to be right: Prize Picks. Prize Picks is simple to play. Just pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections, and if your picks are right, you could cash in. Prize Picks allows early payouts. If your lineup gets off to a hot start, you may now have the option to cash out those winnings before the game even finishes. Love how straightforward Prize Picks is. I don't have to spend a lot of money trying to calculate my payouts. Prize Picks makes it easy with their payout multipliers, whether it's a simple 3x or a big 2000x. Prize Picks makes it easy to understand how much I can win. And I got a lineup for this weekend's game. Drake May, he had 270 yards last time they played Buffalo. Give me the more. Josh Allen, he's been on a tear. Give me the more at 228.5. And Kayshon Boutte, I think he's going to have another breakout game, a big throw. Give me the more on that on 33.5 pass or receiving yards. Download the app today and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, it's good to be right. All right, the first injury news that we got it on Monday. And Doug Codd tweeted this out, and I was like, oh my. Jared Wilson returned to practice. Brandon Schooler returned to practice. Kyrus Tonga returned to practice. Robert Spillane was limited, but I just think that was just nothing in particular. But you could see not seeing Terrell Jennings or Harold Landry and Milton Williams and Will Campbell are on IR. And when the full injury report came out, it was all what we expected. Harold Landry was limited. Vidarian Lowe was limited with an injury. I still expect them to be active. Christian Barmore has just had that rest day every single Wednesday of the season. But you can see right there, Kyrus Tonga, full participant. Jared Wilson, full participant. He is going to be back this week. The bye week helped him out with that ankle injury. I'm expecting him to be back in the starter. Thank you, Ben Brown, for stepping in during his time. And then when you look at the Bills injury report, there's one person that I'm looking at more than anything. And Dawson Knox, personal reasons, obviously he's probably going to play. Dalton Kincaid, full participant, he is going to play. Joey Bosa, that's the one I'm looking at the most. Limited with a hamstring and a wrist injury. We don't know if he's going to play or not, but if he plays, that will be a big one for the New England Patriots to try to stop him. Is Vidarian Lowe going to be able to hold them? Is he going to be able to hold Joey Bosa, or is it going to be Morgan Moses on one side? It will have to wait and see. But that's not what I'm really worried about going into this game. My keys to victory, the first one, don't commit any turnovers. That is the one thing that I'm worried about more than anything. The Patriots have been a lot better at committing turnovers. Earlier in the season, they were one of the worst teams in football because you had that 5-turnover game against the Steelers. You had multiple fumbles in I think it was the Raiders game. It's happened over and over. But since that game, it's gotten better. And you can see they're up to 12th in the turnover margin at plus 0.01. And the Buffalo Bills at 16th at negative 0.1. During this winning streak, it is 10 games. And the Patriots have only committed 7 turnovers in this entire winning streak. We don't see Drake May throw a lot of interceptions during it. We did see one during the Tampa Bay game. We saw one during the Falcons game. We saw a turnover in the Bengals game. But I think it's calming down over and over. As long as Ramondre Stevenson holds on to that football, we are going to be okay. But then if you look at the Bills, they are completely, and I mean completely different. Patriots have only committed 7 turnovers. Well, since the Bills played the Patriots back in week 5, 17 turnovers. They turn the ball over a ton. So the Pats, you have to take advantage of that. You have to take advantage of the mistakes that the Bills make. That's why they're losing football games. You win the turnover battle, you win the football game. Next one. This goes to both. And if you watched the video yesterday, this goes back to it. The red zone success. You need to be better on offense, and you have to be better on defense because the red zone offense has not been good as of late. 24th in the NFL overall at 51.06%. But in the last 3 games, it has been worse and worse and worse. It drops all the way down to 33.3 repeated. 30th in the NFL at converting red zone touchdowns. When you get into the red zone, every 3 times that the Patriots get into the red zone, they are only scoring a touchdown once. And then do the math. Every 6 times, you're only scoring twice. Every 9 times, you're only scoring 3 touchdowns, so on and so forth. They're not scoring touchdowns. You have to do that. You got to figure out this red zone offense, man. You have to do it. And we're going to go back to what the Bills were when talking about their red zone defense. They're not that great. Because when you look at their red zone defense, they're down in the bottom of the NFL. It's not the best. The Buffalo Bills, 59.46%, which is 20th in the NFL. They're not great. They're not great. If you can take advantage of that, if you can bring up that 33% number all the way to about 50%, if you get into the red zone 4 times, you score a touchdown twice, that's better. But also, going back to when the Bills are in the red zone, got to worry about Josh Allen. But the Patriots have to step up because their red zone defense is worse than their red zone offense. 73.08% of the time, they're allowing a touchdown. Every 3 out of 4 times teams get into a red zone, they score. That's 32nd in the NFL. It's the worst. It is bad. And we talked about it on the video yesterday when I recorded it on Tuesday. There's not much you need to change. Just step the F up. Step up. Lock down your defenders. Contain your quarterbacks. Literally keep a spy on them. That's all you have to do. The third key to victory. Drake May's got to play like Drake May. If Drake May succeeds, if Drake May throws for 280 yards, 2 touchdowns, you're going to win the football game. And it's going to be a battle between 2 of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. And when you compare the two, they're very similar. 23 touchdowns for Drake, 22 for Josh. 6 interceptions. Drake May's taking care of the ball a lot better than good old Joshy. QB rating, both over 100. Completion percentage, almost identical. They are playing really, really similar ball, and they're both probably top 5 quarterbacks in my opinion. I'm giving the edge to Drake, though, because I haven't seen Josh Allen make a throw like this year. We go back to Sunday Night Football. Just make those throws. You make a throw like that one, you win the football game. You get the deep ball going, you win the football game. You get Pop Douglas. You get Kayshon Boutte. I'm not only talking about Stephon Diggs because you know he's going to be there. You get Kyle Williams involved. Make the throws, you win the football game. And the last one, this goes over all of them. Don't overthink the stakes. Don't overthink it. It's a big game. There is a lot of pressure mounted on you. You're on a 10-game winning streak, 11-2. You have the opportunity not only to win your first division matchup in the last 6 years, but also sweep the Buffalo Bills. Don't feel the hype of the game. It's at 1 p.m. It's not prime time. Keep doing what you've been doing every single week. Do not feel the pressure. And Mike Vrabel, he never lets his team feel the pressure, especially coming out of the bye week. Because if you look, these are every single game that he's had outside the bye week when he was with the Tennessee Titans. And you can see right here, win, 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 win. 6-0 coming out of the bye. Let's make it 7-0 this Sunday against the Bills. Predict the score for me. Let me know down in the comments section what you think the final score of Patriots-Bills is going to be. I think this is going to be a closer game, but I think at home, I think the pressure's on. I think that the Bills are going to feel it. And also, they're a lot worse on the road. Give me the Patriots, 28-20, but let me know down in the comments section. And while you're down there, also, give me a sub. Let's beat Mr. Tyler Smith in the sub battle for Patriots against the Buffalo Bills. We will see you guys on Sunday, and as always, let's go Pats. Cool. Dope, 1 down. Big Daddy Joe, I love a blowout. I'd love a blowout. What's going on, Trav? How we doing? Double S 34-28. Big Daddy Joe 31-28. Mr. Snoopy 25-21. Patriots, a positive. Some positiveness. Haven, if you keep asking me if you're going to buy your clothes, I'm never going to. Just saying. You keep bugging me, that's why. I'll get to it when I get to it. If the Patriots go to the Super Bowl, I'm going to Cali for it. Cool. John, appreciate you. Charlicia 30-27. Nestworth, is Josh McDaniels saving Drake May designed runs for the playoffs? That's a good question. I like that question a lot. I don't know. Interesting. Michael, Patriots 33, Bills 21. Lorenzo 33-26. Stephen Black, Patriots need Tonga to help up that run defense. I think so. But Tonga's back. Tonga's back. Not a trap game. Can you please call it a trap game? Also, Big Daddy Joe, I did see it. I saw your question, and I don't have the Powerball numbers. I'm not good at guessing numbers. If I did, I wouldn't be here. If I won the lottery, I probably would go move up to between New England and New York to be closer to family, and then I would get season tickets for the Patriots, and we can do tailgates with everybody. Trigger, which team? Big Daddy Joe, Powerball isn't gambling. And I'm not a good gambler when it comes to Dover Downs. They have taken my money way too many times. That's why you stick to sports. Don't go to a blackjack table. The Real Cousin, 36-26, your boy Trav. What's your sister's name? I can give her a shout out, of course. Nice short. Elsa, shout out to Elsa, Trav. Shout out to Elsa. I hope she's doing well. Double S. In Dallas, Texas, there's no casino, so I'm safe here. I don't know how to pronounce that last name. I fear no one in the NFL. I don't fear anybody either. BDJ enabler. But for real, the score is going to be 33-30 Patriots. I think that it's going to be very close. Big game from Henderson. I don't know. Kenny won? Nicholas, you're all good. You're good. May gets MVP with a win. May's got to win out. Big Daddy Joe, May has to win out to win MVP because they want to give it to 37-year-old Matthew Stafford. He's never gotten one before. They want to give it to him. What do you think? What do you think, Cyril? Who's MVP? You can be honest.
I do think it's hard to deny what Matt Stafford has done this year.
He's playing great. I'm not going to deny what he's done. He has been absolutely incredible.
It's just given like his age, his longevity in the league. I mean, I think it's quite impressive what he's been doing. I guess it could also depend on, how the rest of the season goes, obviously.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. A lot of people are saying, so I was looking back, and Patrick Mahomes won MVP in 2022. He won the Super Bowl back in 2022. Before that, a quarterback had not won MVP and the Super Bowl since 96 with Brett Favre. I think
that is a shocking stat.
Because that's what I was looking at. I was like, do we really want the MVP curse? Because David Andrews went on Brian Hoyer's podcast. Yes, Brian Hoyer has a podcast. And that's what he was talking about. He was like, I don't want Drake May to win it. Like, if I look at MVP winners for NFL, like, if you look at it all the way back, Josh Allen won in 24, didn't win the Super Bowl. Lamar Jackson did not win. Mahomes did. Rodgers, Lamar, Mahomes, Brady in 2017 when we lost to the Eagles. Matt Ryan when we beat Matt Ryan. Cam Newton lost. Aaron Rodgers lost. Peyton Manning lost. Peterson, Rodgers, Brady lost in the divisional round to the Jets. Manning lost in the Super Bowl. Brady lost to the Giants. LaDainian Tomlinson, Sean Alexander, Peyton Manning in 04, Peyton Manning and Steve McNair in 03. Rich Gannon lost the Super Bowl. Kurt Warner in 01 lost to Tom Brady. Marshall Faulk in 2000. They did win, but we're talking quarterbacks here. Terrell Davis, Barry Sanders, Brett Favre, and Brett Favre in 1996. Brett Favre won the Super Bowl in 96. You go all the way back.
That's actually crazy when you think about it. You would just expect more
almost
quarterbacks
30 years. May will break it. I hope so.
Brings the question to mind, what's better, league MVP or Super Bowl MVP?
I'd rather win a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I'd much rather win a Super Bowl. Big Daddy Joe, yes, Hoyer. Brian Hoyer has a podcast that is with NBC Sports Boston. It's the funniest thing because he wears a Patriots Leatherman jacket. He's a cool dude, but yeah, me too. Exactly. Everybody's saying Super Bowl MVP.
If you're a real team player, everyone's answer should be Super Bowl MVP.
Unless you're Cam Newton. He said I'd much rather have one. But speaking of Super Bowl MVPs, we got playoff scenarios to go over. Super Bowl is more important, but league MVP holds more weight. You ask Peyton Manning that, who has 5 MVPs and 1.5 Super Bowls. 1.5. And I'll say that over and over again. Rennell Stein, how we doing? Nicholas Wheatley, AFC champs, first on plate. Don't think. No, that's NBA that gives out. Conference Finals MVPs.
Shout out to Ronnie watching overseas from Brazil.
International. Let's go Pats, baby.
I love it.
Exactly, Lorenzo. I love our weapons. I love Stephon Diggs. I love Kayshon Boutte, but I will talk about if Justin Jefferson or A.J. Brown is available, I am going to want to trade him away.
You'd want A.J.?
Oh, yes. I love A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown loves the Patriots, wanted to be a Patriot his whole entire life. We drafted N'Keal Harry over him.
That's a shame.
He's literally made videos of him. What's going on, Angel? How we doing? Always making me blush. Your boy Trav, yes, but I hate him. I can't stand him. We got Sobe in Germany. Yes, we do. I hope he tunes in next week for Patriots Ravens. Exactly. AJ loves Braves. And he is also, I don't know if you've seen him, he has a signed Brady jersey, he has a signed Edelman jersey. This man wants to be a Patriot. Puka and Adams. Yeah, it's unbelievable. Nest Force, I'm glad you said that.
Me too. I just saw that.
Because we're going to be talking about him on this video. Yes, your boy Trav, you're the only one. Only because he is a drama queen. I'm not going to deny that. Lorenzo, ask that in a hashtag Patriots question. But let's get into it, Cyril. Let's talk about the Patriots playoff implications. Got a major playoff update from ES. It was NF. That's on. God dang it, Moose. Let's talk about it. Patriots playoff scenarios going into Week 15 of the NFL season. We're going into Week 15 of the 2025 NFL season. Can you believe it's almost the playoffs? We are just 4 weeks away from talking about postseason football. Crazy. And we're talking about Patriots postseason football. They got a major playoff update from ESPN on Monday, and we're going to break it all down. Welcome into Patriots Today by Chat Sports. I am your host, Brett Alper. And for me, Ian Rappaport, he tweeted out all the Patriots clinching scenarios or the playoff clinching scenarios for the Broncos, the Rams, and the Patriots. And if you win, you are in. That's all that matters. And it's going to be an exciting one because it is the biggest game that I have talked about in a long, long, long time. The biggest game in the last decade. Patriots versus the Buffalo Bills. But before we get into all the playoff scenarios, this, that, and the other, show some hype because the Patriots are once again going to be in the NFL playoffs. So smash that hype button. And if you don't know how, if you're watching on your phone, you just scroll to the right and click on that hype button. Let's get it up to like 25,000. Let's get this the most hype Patriots video that we got on here. So just do that. Smash it right now. And we talked about it on the preview. This is a t-shirt and hat game. This is the biggest Patriots game of the decade. You win Sunday, and you win the division for the first time in 2019. And you're also, if you win it, you're guaranteed a top 4 spot in the AFC playoffs. And honestly, when you look at the playoff picture, the Jags are behind you at 9-4, but you're 11-2. You are 2 games up on the Jacksonville Jaguars, and we're not even going to worry about the Pittsburgh Steelers down there at 7-6. It's pretty much down to you and the Denver Broncos at 11-2 to try to get that number 1 seed. But if you do lose, let's say, knock on wood, hope it never happens, don't believe it's going to happen. If you lose out, you finish the season, you lose the division, whatever, you're a 5, 6, or 7 seed. You want that home playoff game. You want that bye more than anything. But I don't think that's going to happen. You play the Jets and the Dolphins. You're going to almost win out, if not win out. Throw just making the playoffs out the window. At the beginning of the season, that was our goal. Hey, let's try to make a 7 seed. Let's try to do this, that. But now, 11-2, the goal is the Super Bowl. Everybody wants to say, oh, this would be a successful season if they lost in the first round of the playoffs. No! I have different expectations now. I want to see a Super Bowl. I want to see playoff victories. This team is great. But let's talk about some of the whole playoff scenarios. This comes from CBS Sports, and it's kind of just a downer because the Denver Broncos handled the Las Vegas Raiders on Sunday, 24-17. Divisional game against one of the worst teams in football, and a game that was bad news for the Patriots because New England lost to the Raiders in week 1. If they played again, I bet you the Patriots would win 55-10. Denver now owns any tiebreaker for the number 1 seed if the Patriots and the Broncos end with the same record. So let's look at the playoff scenarios for the number 1 seed. There's 2 options here. Win the rest of your games and have a better conference record than Denver, which is a possibility. You have a very good possibility to have a better record than Denver. You win the rest of your games and have a better record. And when you look at the odds for the Patriots, what you provided by the New York Times and the Athletic, make the playoffs is 99%. You're in. Win the division is 89%. You win on Sunday, you lock up that number 1 spot in the AFC East. To get the 1 seed, it's just about 50%. And with the Patriots' remaining schedule, it is Bills. And then you have the Ravens on Sunday Night Football. Then Jets, Dolphins. That's easy. When you look at the Broncos' remaining schedule, woo! I'm going to hate watch the living hell out of these games. Week 15 against the Packers, that is rough. Jacksonville, they're a good team. Chiefs on Thursday Night Football. The Chiefs might be eliminated. The Chiefs might not be eliminated. And then Chargers, Week 18. But if you notice, home, home, away, home. Whew. That game is also on Christmas, by the way, Week 17 against the Chiefs. That's tough. Those are all teams that are above 500 or the Kansas City Chiefs that made it to the Super Bowl and had Patrick Mahomes. But I will say, this matchup is going to be tough for the Denver Broncos. Green Bay Packers in Mile High. I get it. It's in Denver, but you know what time it is. It's Toyota-thon. Jordan Love always goes off in Toyota-thon. Thankfully, he's all the way on the NFC. We don't got to worry about him. But we are the biggest Green Bay Packers fans this week. You got to beat the Denver Broncos. 41.5 over-under, and the Packers are favorites on the road. That is crazy. But I think that the Packers are going to take them down. I'm putting a lot of money on this game. I can guarantee you I am. But I'll ask you guys, because you saw the schedule for the Broncos. You know that the Patriots have the Jets, the Dolphins, the Ravens, and the Bills upcoming 4 games. Patriots are winning at least 3 of those games. I'm guaranteeing it. So what percentage do you give the Patriots for the number 1 seed? What percentage do you have? New York Times is 50. What do you have? Go down in the comments section. Give me a scale from 1 to 100% down below. On the back half of the show, what's it going to take to get the 1 seed? Well, it's time to fully unleash this wide receiver. He's been a little quiet. He scored a couple touchdowns as of late, but it's time to fully involve him in the offense. Now, before we do that, I got to talk about our sponsor of today's show, and that is Prize Picks. It's the holiday season, the best time of the year for sports, bowl games, basketball matchups, playoff pushes. It's all happening at once, and when you and I are out here making decisions every day on what gifts to buy, what to eat, what game to watch, there is one place where it feels good to be right. Prize Picks. Prize Picks is simple to play. Just pick more or less than 2 to 6 player stat projections, and if your picks are right, you could cash in. Prize Picks now has early payouts. If your lineup gets off to a hot start, you may now have the option to cash out those winnings before the game even finishes. And I have a lineup for this weekend's game, New England against Buffalo. If it looks good, you can cash out. Drake May, more than 235.5 passing yards. Josh Allen, more than 228.5 passing yards. It's going to be a high passing game, guys. And Kayshon Boutte, it's his breakout time. Give me the more on his receiving yards at 33.5. But you got to download the app today and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right. All right, let's talk about that wide receiver. And if you're watching us during the live chat, during the live show, our guy Nestforce kind of predicted it and said that he needed to be unleashed. But Kyle Williams, you can see it right here. He has not been much involved in this offense. 5 catches, 143 yards. They are not using him enough. I know that during this bye week, I know that break from that time on Thursday Night Football against the New York Jets to when they had the game against the Bengals, that they were practicing like crazy, getting on the same page. And that's why Kyle Williams hasn't been involved, because him and Drake May haven't been getting on the same connection. But since then, we have seen them getting on the same page a lot. And also, Kayshon Boutte was out. Kayshon Boutte missed a couple of games with a hamstring injury, so Kyle Williams, his involvement in this offense kind of stepped it up a notch. But since then, it's kind of really, how do I say this? Kind of just gone down a bunch. Week 12, he only had 5 snaps. And then against the New York Giants in week 14, he only had 14. Why are you drafted him in the 3rd round at pick 69? Why are you only playing him in the last 2 games, 20 snaps total? And if you look at the 2025 stats, he's not even being targeted. 13 catches, or 13 targets, 5 catches, 143 yards, 28.6 yards per catch, 2 touchdowns. He is not getting targeted. He is not being used enough. And we need to get him into this offense way more, because he is a weapon. He is so fast, and he has hands. And Mike Reese, he kind of agrees with me. ESPN's senior writer for the Patriots, this is what he had to say after the win against the Giants. Williams providing some of that rookie fireworks in Week 13 speaks to how the contributions have been widespread. The 69th overall pick is 5th on the Patriots wide receiver depth chart behind Stephon Diggs, Kayshon Boutte, Matt Collins, Pop Douglas, and he acknowledged that it's been a challenge for him at times this year, and you could see 5 receptions, 143 yards, 2 touchdowns. I want him to get more involved. I see the speed. He is a deep threat for this team. He's the best player on the Patriots that can take the top off the defense. And I know that him and Drake May are getting on the same page. It's starting to get better because you can see it on the field. If you just watch him, burns by the cornerback every single play. And if you need a deep threat, Kyle Williams is your guy. And he's also one of the fastest dudes I have seen. Let's go back to the game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers a month ago. Kyle Williams reached a top speed of 21.78 miles per hour on the 72-yard catch. They didn't have that in the offense before Kyle Williams. He's the fastest, you can see, the fastest speed by a rookie ball carrier this season. That might have been beat by now, but at the time, that's what happened. November 9th, 2025. 7th fastest of any ball carrier. And the wide receivers, just what the Patriots have. They have a lot of weapons, but they need to use Kyle Williams more. I want to see Kyle Williams used more than Matt Collins. I want to see him get used a little more than Pop Douglas. Pop Douglas always just finds the open man, but can we get Kyle Williams to get just as many snaps as Pop? Pop always has that one catch a game where he goes for 35 yards and then he falls down, gets back up, and falls down again. But then Kayshon Boutte, he is your deep threat guy also. But if you have Kyle Williams, Kayshon Boutte, Stephon Diggs, and Pop Douglas as your two slots, and then Matt Collins is kind of your glue guy, that'd be perfect. And when you play Kyle Williams and you know that he is going to be your deep threat, it just opens up the middle of the field. Because they're going to have to start worrying about him. You're going to have to take the safety to put him over top. And guess what? Opens the middle of the field for a guy like Stephon Diggs. Opens the middle of the field for Hunter Henry. We need to start using Kyle Williams more. We'll see it on Sunday if they use him against the Buffalo Bills. But I really want to see him get involved in this offense as we get further and further. It's not like they have a problem with rookies. We got Craig Woodson on the offensive side. Travion Henderson on the offensive side. Two of your starting offensive linemen were rookies. So it's not like they have a problem. Get Kyle Williams on the field more. If you want Kyle Williams to get the ball, if you want him to get more catches, maybe some coaches, maybe some scouts will see this. Maybe they're watching Patriots Today. I have no idea. But spam your 18s down in the chat. I want to get this going because I want to see Kyle Williams have a big part of this offense going into the postseason. So spam it down below. And also, hit that sub button. Let's get this subs up. We're almost at 40K, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe I'll drink a 40 on stream. Hit that sub button. And as always, let's go Pats. Cool. John Bonsick coming in with a super chat. Shout out to you, John. Always appreciative. Yes, sir. I really want to see Kyle Williams more. It's just way, way faster. Yeah, the dude is so fast. I mean, the touchdown against the New York Giants, he burnt the wide receiver, and it was a perfect throw. Shout out to John coming in with a 2. Since that is the first one, John, of the stream, we're going to get you into the raffle for this.
Let's go, John.
Poster. We're going to get, I shouldn't even say poster, just the framed picture. Framed picture of Drake May. It's not signed. I know we're not doing, look, signed Drake May stuff is way too expensive. It's like $400 now. But it's a pretty cool poster. It's a pretty cool framed picture. Definitely going to get you in for that raffle. Since you're the first one, I got you. Of course.
Nest Force asks, Alper, are we doing a Broncos hate watch stream Sunday as an encore?
Maybe. Maybe.
That'd be electric.
Maybe. He says, should we watch the Broncos? Look, I'm going to be doing something. Double S. Oh, man. What's going on, my guy? What's going on, Rage? What's going on, West Philly? How we doing? You guys go? I hope all you tuning in. Look, we might do a hate watch party. We'll decide. We'll decide once we get to Sunday. We got to win, though. We have to win. I'm not going live for a game if we lose. Not a chance. Oh, yeah? What's going on? Dude? How many questions do we have, Cyril? Oh, that's Lord Doggo. What's going on, Lord Doggo? All right, cool. Champion Boxer. Spell my name right. I get not getting Alper right. Lord Doggo, because YouTube is stupid. And they have changed everything. So I don't see your names anymore. I see your actual YouTube name. Yeah, I know that's Lord Doggo because once I click into it, then I could see your actual name. And Champion Boxer, it's okay. It's okay. It's Brett, not Brad. It's very annoying and very weird, and I can't stand it. Because a lot of people in the chat, like RG17, I know that's Rage. But I'd rather see Rage than RG17. There we go, Champion Boxer. Of course you get a shout out, my guy. Of course you get a shout out. John. William Ernest's son. So William, oh, that's your dad's name, I'm going to guess. Any chance we see Efton Chisholm play wide receiver? Not this year. There's too many wide receivers to get him locked in. Too many. We just talked about Kyle Williams, and he's 5th on the wide receiver depth chart. So I would love to see Efton Chisholm get a chance, but I don't think that's happening. You were in flag football? What position? I miss playing football, man. Yeah, I wasn't good. My footwork was terrible when it came to QB, but I had an arm. I had a great arm, but I was slow, bad footwork. Can't really read a defense when you got 6'4" guys trying to blitz you. You give me an open post route, I'm hitting you on the dime. I like that question, John. I don't think we're trading Pop Douglas, but I could see it happening. If anybody's going to get traded, it's going to be Kayshon Boutte. And I know people might not like that. People might not like that. But if you're going to trade for a wide receiver, you're going to get a deep threat. You're not going to get a slot receiver because you're not going to go for a slot. You have Kyle Williams. You have Stephon Diggs. So you're going to go for an outside guy. And you're probably going to go after A.J. Brown, Justin Jefferson, or draft a guy. Big Daddy Joe, I appreciate you for tuning in for the Sunday Whip Around show, man. Red Zone was cool. Yeah, that is, you could thank producer Sam Brown on that one. The live look-ins were awesome. I like going in, seeing what other people react to. I think that was cool. J.J. McCarthy. No, Jettas. Justin Jefferson. I'm not talking about 9. Spillane old? No, Spillane's my age. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure Robert Spillane is 26. I'm 28 now. Robert Spillane's 29. Well, Robert Spillane turns 30 in 4 days. So, alrighty. I don't want 9 on my team. I want J.J. McCarthy away. But we got enough questions. Let's get the mailbag going. Hami or Jamie? But let me get this. Doesn't matter. Does not matter. Exactly, Rage. Lord Voldemort. Shout out to Hame. Oh, no. Start full screen. Full screen, matchup. Then to you who you got. Yeah, just follow the script. It's normal. And then, yeah, do how many questions you think. Then go to the main question. We'll go through that. Yep. You did a mailbag with Moose yesterday, didn't you? Yeah. Booty. So it's so funny. I joined Booty's Discord. I joined his Discord, and he just goes on there and he talks to anybody. I've thought about saying like, "Hey, come on the show." I do not play Monopoly Go. I don't play any games on my phone. Rage. I don't play any games on my phone. I barely play games total. But we got to do this mailbag. So let's get into it. Asking your guys' questions. Keep getting those questions in. Even though it started, we still might get to it. So go ahead, ask those questions, and let's get this mailbag going. Welcome into Patriots Today by Chat Sports. I am your host, Brett Alper. And as we do every single Wednesday live show, if you're tuning in during our live show or you're watching this before the Patriots-Bills game this Sunday, we get questions asked and a Patriots fan answers them to a Patriots fan like you. Big game this weekend. Big game. Patriots against the Buffalo Bills. And this game is for the AFC East Division Title. The first time that the Patriots can win a division title, all the way back in 2019 during the Brady era. It is a little bit different now. We got Drake May, but this AFC East Division title will feel still so good. But before we get into it, I'll ask you guys, who do you got? Do you got the Patriots or do you have the Buffalo Bills? If you got the Patriots, type your N's in the chat, or if you got the Buffalo Bills, type your BUFs if you do. I don't think you do. Producer Cyril, if you could, we just got a super chat during our live show. That'll be our first question for the mailbag. But keep spamming it down in the comments section. This is a big game for us, ladies and gentlemen. An absolute big game. And if the Patriots win, they still have a big opportunity to be the number 1 seed in the AFC. Got to go against the Denver Broncos for a better record, but hopefully the Patriots can win out and the Broncos lose their first matchup. Or hopefully they lose their matchup against the, who do they play? The Green Bay Packers. There we go. So I see it. There we go. Big Daddy Joe coming in with our first question. A $20 super chat. Shout out to you, Big Daddy Joe. Do you see May getting a 300-yard game? It's so hard to say because he's really not trying to. I don't think he really cares about getting a 300-yard game. I don't think it matters to him if he gets a 300-yard game. It's getting closer and closer. He's getting 270, 285, 280, over and over and over, but they're winning games. And the Bills, they have a very, very good defense, a very good passing defense. They hold teams to just a little over 200. I think Drake May can get the 300, but they're going to worry about winning the game more than anything. If it just happens to if he happens to get 300, then he gets 300. But I don't think he cares. And honestly, do any of us fans truly, truly care? Shout out to you, Big Daddy Joe, being the real one on our streams as always. Harrison, what's the single most important adjustment the Patriots must make to consistently beat Buffalo? The single most important adjustment, I've talked about this so many, many, many times. It's the red zone offense and the red zone defense. If we could go back to the Giants game, Drake May got inside the 5-yard line. Did they score a touchdown? No. They ended up kicking a field goal. Go back to the game against the Bengals. We went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You didn't score. You ended up turning the ball over. There's multiple times. They are 33%. 33% converting. That's bad. It's bad. 24th in the NFL. And then on defense, 75% of the time you're allowing a touchdown. It's not good, ladies and gentlemen. That is the single most important adjustment that the Patriots have to beat Buffalo to make consistently beat Buffalo and also consistently beat better teams. Once you get to the playoffs, you better score in the red zone or you are going to lose. What's the next question? Patriots fan for life. What's the latest on Will Campbell? Good question. I hope Will Campbell is healthy. I hope he's getting healthy. But we know that he is not going to be with us for a long, long time, or not even a long time, going to be with us until about week 18. That's when he is eligible to come off of IR. He suffered that knee injury in the game against the Bengals. We were all thinking that it was going to be our worst nightmare because he might be out for the season. And that's what I was thinking. He got carted off. He was crying. It was very, very scary. But it only ended up having to be an MCL sprain. And then Doug Kyde, he tweeted this out on Monday when he was at the Patriots locker room, and he said, saw Will Campbell walking through the locker room with nothing on his knee, just walking around like nothing was a problem. He said, I forgot he was injured. Did eventually put a sleeve over his right leg. And I figured I'd bring this up for you guys because Albert Breer, he's an NFL insider. He works for NBC Sports Boston. He's also a Monday Morning Quarterback. He talked about the Patriots' injury to Will Campbell, and he made it seem like it was so much worse. And this is what he had to say. This is a very significant injury. He has a grade 3 MCL sprain that essentially means his MCL is torn. It's a 4 to 6 week injury. One of the main reasons they decided to put him on injured reserve was to actually protect him for himself. Well, this is not a confirmed report. And he also went to go on and say that if this wasn't a playoff run, he wouldn't play for the rest of the season. And I just don't believe him. This is an unconfirmed report. We never got the grade. And what I saw from Doug Kyed, if he had an MCL sprain that bad, he wouldn't be walking around the Patriots locker room without a brace on at least, walking around acting like he's not even injured. Vrabel said it's not season ending in his press conference. So do we really believe what Albert Breer had to say? That is the question that I'm not 100% sure. But there's a reason why Albert Breer doesn't work for NFL Network anymore. Still works for Embassy Sports Boston. So I don't know. But I'm going to go out on a limb and say he's wrong. I think Will Campbell returns this season. And I think he's going to be back for the playoffs. And I think he's going to be okay. But you guys predict it. But will Campbell return this season? Give me a Y for yes or give me an N for no down in the comments section. Like I said, I think he's going to be all right. I saw that from Albert Breer, and I was like, you know what? I'll talk about it. Sure. Why not? We'll get to more of your questions in a second, but first, I got to tell you about our sponsor of today's show, and that is Prize Picks. It's the holiday season, the best time of the year for sports, bowl games, basketball matchups, playoff push. It's all happening at once, and when you and I are out here making decisions every day on what gifts to buy, what to eat, what game to watch, there is one place where it feels good to be right. Prize Picks. Prize Picks is simple to play. Just pick more or less than 2 to 6 player stat projections, and if your picks are right, you can cash in. Prize Picks now has early payouts. If your lineup gets off to a hot start, you may now have the option to cash out those winnings before the game even finishes. I got a lineup for this weekend's big game. Drake May, the more, 235.5 passing yards. Josh Allen, the more, on 228 passing yards. And if Drake May gets 235, Kayshon Bouttie's going to have a big play. Give me the more on that one at 33.5 receiving yards. Download the app today and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right. Lord Doggo! What's the longer-term outlook on our linebacker core? Is Spillane old? Is Gibbons a starter? Do we need to draft? I would go say, well, Robert Spillane, he did sign a big contract with the Patriots. He's going to be here for a while. He is currently 29 years old. He turns 30 literally December 14th. So he's going to be here for a minute. Gibbons, he's on a one-year deal. And I talked about it on the video in case you missed it on the free agents that the Patriots should or should not re-sign. One-year deal. Gibbons only making about $2 million. If he wants to stay and sign another contract like that, sure. Do we need to draft? I think you would go for the draft. Jelani Tavai is a little bit interesting. Is he going to be your guy that you want to? Is he going to be the guy that you want to have as your long-term option? That is a possibility. But I would go out there and probably draft. I would draft someone in the later rounds, not first, not second, but maybe third or fourth round pick. Get that linebacker for the future. Have him develop. And also, you can't forget about Christian Ellis. Christian Ellis, I totally forgot. We matched his contract. The Raiders signed him. He's a Patriot, so right now you have your linebacker core. But I'd also, like I just said, I'd draft somebody in probably the third or fourth round. Lorenzo! Out of Pop Douglas, Diggs, or Booty, who would you want traded for a better weapon? Well, Lorenzo, the big rumors that are going on right now that we probably have seen so many, and I mean so many times, is A.J. Brown and now Justin Jefferson. And with A.J. Brown and Justin Jefferson, let's say if you traded for one of those, it's going to take a first-round pick, and it's going to take 2 first-round picks for Justin, but you're going to have to give them a player also. And they do not want to take a slot wide receiver. So I do not think Pop Douglas is going to get traded. I don't think Stephon Diggs is going to be traded. I would go on the likes of saying Kayshon Boutte would be traded. Because let's say if you trade for Justin Jefferson. Let's say if you trade for A.J. Brown. Where is Kayshon Boutte going to go? You just drafted Kyle Williams. He's one of the guys that can take the top off the defense that you can put outside. Then you have Pop Douglas and Stephon Diggs on the inside. On the opposite side of the field, let's say you go empty set. Then you have A.J. Brown. It doesn't make any type of sense. There would be too many wide receivers, so you get rid of your other deep threat. So if it's going to be a trade for a wide receiver, Bootie's probably going to be the one to go. But I know that I know that most fans aren't going to want to get rid of Kayshon Boutte, but for Justin Jefferson or for A.J. Brown, I'm doing it. Xavier Games! Is this game going to be personal for Diggs? I would say no. I think that the game in Buffalo was personal. I think also going back to your former team in their own building is going to be personal. But I wouldn't say at home. You already played them once. You already showed them, hey, this is what you missed. I got over 100 yards and 10 catches. This is what you miss now. I think now that he's gotten it out of the way, I think Stephon Diggs just wants to go out there and win. If you guys remember a couple years ago with Josh Allen and the Bills, he was getting a little pissed off that he wasn't getting the ball. He's not getting the ball that much this year, but he's being a team player. He's being a leader. I think he just wants to win. It's not going to be that personal for him. May the 4th. It's a good question. This is a really good question. What is up with the run game? Yeah, that's something that we need to talk about. The run game has not been good. The passing game is great. The run game has been one of the worst in the NFL. And if you look at some of the statistics for the run game, it's bad. The EPA per rush is 29th in the NFL. The success rate in the NFL is 30th. They are not having any success running the ball specifically up the middle of the field. And I saw the statistic. There's only one team in the last 20 years that had the stats of 29th and 30th in success rate and EPA per play. Only one team in the bottom 10 that have made the Super Bowl, and that is the Cincinnati Bengals from a couple years ago back in 2021. Every other team does not make the Super Bowl. So you're going to have to fix that if you want to make it to Super Bowl. What are we at? 60, Super Bowl 60 now, I think it is. But the question is it the running backs or is it the offensive line? I'm putting it on the offensive line. I'm not going to put the blame fully on Ramondre Stevenson or Travion Henderson on why this run game is so unsuccessful. And why is that? Well, because when you look at some of this analytics and some of the statistics for both Ramondre Stevenson and Travion Henderson, it shows that it's not they're not the reason why it's so bad. Because when you look at Travion Henderson's yards after contact, it is 3.81 yards. It's 5th overall in the NFL. He is getting all of his yards after contact, which means the offensive line is not blocking these guys. They're getting to him really quick. And when you look at Ramondre's advanced analytics, he's getting hit 58% of the time before the line of scrimmage. That's the worst in the NFL. So obviously, if the holes aren't there, if he's getting the ball and he's already getting hit beforehand, that's on the offensive line. The runs are just not working. They are not working whatsoever. When it goes to talk about running up the middle, there's a reason why we don't even run the tush push and we don't even run Drake May designed run plays. That's why. What you need to do is just run outside. Run outside. We saw both of those runs for Travion Henderson. That was a 55-yarder and a 69-yarder. You need to have those design runs on the outside because up the middle does not work. It just does not work. I don't know what it is. I don't know why it's not happening. You kind of got to figure it out. But right now, it's not working running the ball up the middle. And I'm not going to put any blame. I'm not going to put any blame on Ramondre. I'm not going to put any blame on Travion Henderson. That's all it is. It's just the offensive line. Could they be better? Yeah, I think so. I think they could be a lot better. But I'm not concerned about the offensive line. And so you don't have to build it. It's all good. We could just tell them to like the video up. Yeah, there we go. It's all good. It's all good here. I'm not concerned about the offensive line. I'm not at all. But if you're not concerned about the offensive line, I think it's going to get better. Every single time the Patriots have figured something out. They figured out the problems, whether it's penalties, whether it's fumbles, whether it's turnovers. They figured it out. I'm not worried about it. So if you're not worried about it, go ahead, hit that thumbs up icon right now. And also, hit that sub button. On our way to 40,000. I think on the next live stream on Sunday, we're going to hit 40,000 subs. So go ahead, hit that sub button right now. And as always, let's go Pats. Do not do that. You'll just cut that, right? Perfect. Yeah, it's fine. I was like, please don't do it. All good. What's going on, Di? I don't want to see no fake tush pushes. Exactly, double S, but what is the reason why we're not doing good inside the 5-yard line? I showed a picture a couple days ago on one of the videos that we lined up a 4th and 1 from the shotgun. Ramondre took the ball and that was it. He got hit right in the line of scrimmage. Lorenzo just losing this game worry you at all? No. The majority of the time, you've split with your division. Do I think they're going to win? Yeah. Is it going to worry me? No. Big Daddy Joe, I saw bring back Dante Scarnecchia. I think that man's like 85. I would love to. Maybe get him in the building. That's it. Just get him in the building. I didn't realize we got a super chat. John Bonsek, shout out to you too. Have I seen the Ann Michael Mage lover account? Yeah, I have. Yeah. I have. It's hilarious. I do enjoy the lover accounts. They're getting a little too much, though. We have them for every freaking player now. You can bring it up. Nick, come on, man. Oh, yeah, I don't know. Yeah. So, Edelman, dude. Sorry. Little trivia. Not hard trivia. Yes, Peppers, 28-20. If the Pats lose against the Bills or the Ravens, could we still get the 1 seed from John? It's going to be hard. It's going to be very, very, very hard. You just have to that's it. You just have to beat the Broncos record. Don't tie, beat the Broncos record. I figured you were. What games do we see the Broncos losing, Peppers? Can I say all of them? I don't see them losing. I see them losing to. I'm guaranteeing a Packers win. I'm guaranteeing a Packers win. Guaranteeing. They'll. Like I just said earlier with us about worrying about the Bills. Most teams split in their division unless you're a dog shit team. That's all. Unless you're a dog shit team. So I'm expecting the Chiefs to beat them. Expecting to split. And then same with the Chargers. Expecting to split. But it would be a great Sunday, Big Daddy Joe. It'll be an absolute great Sunday. And if they win, maybe we'll stay live and have a little hate watch party. Maybe we will. But we'll be live noon p.m. Eastern Time, as we always are, ladies and gentlemen. As we always are. It's going to be a fun one. I'm going to be stressed. You might get a little crash outs from me here and there, but that's why we do it. And it's the first game. It's the first game. And I'm a little nervous. I'm always nervous. I'm nervous for every single game, but I'm going to be hyped up. We will see you guys on Sunday. And as always, let's go Pats.